The International Human Rights Organization presents a video on World Day Against Trafficking in Persons 2026. Theme: Trapped in a Scam. Every year, thousands of people disappear after accepting a promise of employment, an opportunity to change their lives, or a better future. What begins as a seemingly legitimate job offer can turn into one of the cruelest forms of exploitation in the 21st century. On World Day Against Trafficking in Persons 2026, the international community focuses its attention on a criminal phenomenon that is growing at an alarming rate. Its name is Trapped in a Scam. Transnational organized crime groups use digital platforms, social media, and fraudulent advertisements to lure victims in various countries. People believe they are accepting a legitimate job abroad. However, upon arrival, their documents are confiscated, their freedom is restricted, and they become trapped in clandestine centers dedicated to carrying out international digital scams. The victims are forced to commit cybercrimes. They are coerced into participating in romance scams, cryptocurrency fraud, fake investments, phishing, and other financial fraud schemes that affect millions of people worldwide. Those who refuse face threats, physical and psychological violence, isolation, debt bondage, and inhumane working conditions. It's no longer just about sexual exploitation or forced labor. Human trafficking has evolved into new forms of digital slavery. This criminal activity demonstrates how human trafficking is closely linked to cybercrime, money laundering, corruption, and international organized crime networks. According to estimates from the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, scams in East and Southeast Asia resulted in economic losses of between $18 billion and $37 billion in 2023. Behind these figures are thousands of victims deprived of their freedom and dignity. The response must be global. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime works with numerous states to strengthen victim identification, improve criminal investigations, train specialized units, and promote more effective judicial and police cooperation. The adoption of the United Nations Convention Against Cybercrime, approved by the General Assembly in 2024, is an important step in addressing digital crimes that facilitate human trafficking and transnational fraud. Human trafficking constitutes a grave violation of human rights. The Protocol to Prevent, Suppress and Punish Trafficking in Persons, supplementing the United Nations Convention Against Transnational Organized Crime, establishes that no human being may be subjected to exploitation by means of force, deception, coercion, or abuse of vulnerability. Exploitation can take many forms. Sexual exploitation, forced labor, slavery and servitude, forced marriage, organ trafficking, enforced crime and cyber fraud. All of these represent attacks against human dignity. The International Human Rights Organization reaffirms that the fight against human trafficking requires a coordinated response among governments, international organizations, civil society, the private sector, and citizens. It is essential to strengthen prevention, provide comprehensive protection for victims, prosecute perpetrators, combat organized crime networks, and guarantee effective mechanisms for international cooperation. No one should be deceived, exploited, or used as a tool of organized crime. On this World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, we call on all states and the international community to redouble their efforts in defense of the freedom, dignity, and fundamental rights of every human being. Because behind every scam, there may be a victim of trafficking. Because behind every victim, there is a story that deserves justice. Defending human dignity. Promoting justice. Protecting human rights.